is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome all to DBL. It's Tuesday, January 19th. I'm Tori here with my pals, Al and Lindsay. Before I get started, I just wanted to congratulate you both on the MLK show. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
And if you haven't seen it, I highly request that you go back into Facebook.
You sound like it.
YouTube, and you watch it because it was really moving and really interesting. And I just wanted to say Mazel Tov. It was really well done.
Thank you. Well, happy day after MLK Day.
Happy day. It's the other day. It's the after day. Well, this is another day, actually. Today is President Trump's last full day in office. He is expected to take off for Florida at some point tomorrow morning before President-elect Joe Biden is sworn in at his inauguration. Speaking of which, check out my hometown. The National Mall here is where they've set something up called called the Field of Flags. I don't know if you guys saw this. More than 200,000 flags from all over the country fill the mall rather than the crowds that normally turn out. This is, of course, all due to the pandemic. And just so you know, DC's like packed usually with hot dogs, and everyone, like hundreds of thousands of people are there. So that's not the only tradition that's being broken at tomorrow's inauguration.
I'm going to the next one if it's packed with hot dogs.
I eat a lot of hot dogs during inauguration. I always have.
I thought there was a lot of people there, but apparently it's a 7-to-1 ratio dog to people.
Just hot dogs. Kosher, though. President Trump and First Lady Melania will not attend the ceremony, which is going against the custom set by prior presidents who turned to support their successors. The president will reportedly not leave Biden a note like one of these, which I'm sure you've seen. It's also been a tradition. They usually leave it handwritten.
Airbnb.
They leave it in the Resolute desk, and it's the first thing a president will see, and it's very, very personal tradition. Melania will also not be giving Dr. Jill Biden a tour of the White House like the Obamas did for the Trumps 4 years ago. Meantime, Melania did post a farewell address to Twitter. Let's all take a look.
It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as First Lady of the United States. As Donald and I conclude our time in the White House, I think of all of the people I have taken home in my heart. I ask every American to be an ambassador of Be Best, to focus on what unites us, to raise above what divides us, to always choose love over hatred, peace over violence, and others before yourself.
Okay, so Lindsay, I wanted to know what you thought is going to be missed or not missed by this protocol change.
I mean, I would have loved if the president would have bowed out gracefully. I mean, obviously, you know, when President Obama was leaving office, you know, there were specific debates that happened and things that were said that would make you think that he wouldn't want to stand there. And or even like the First Lady Michelle Obama gifting Melania a gift and Melania gifting back. It's just a tradition that we want to see as we try to bring people together and move forward. And so even the note, I know you love
the note's my favorite.
And the note's like so personal. And so I just would have loved to see it end on that note, that we can just say, listen, this is the decision that's been made and decided on, and we're going to go into the next presidency and just try, at least start it from a place where we're going to try to work together.
Right, try to get back to the pendulum. And just so you know, Al, there's a famous picture, I don't know if we have it, but the Bushes showing Sasha and Melania how they can slide down the banister in the private residences. And it's just a lovely, lovely image. What do you think about these change in protocols?
You know, I didn't think about this until I was listening to Lindsay talk, but you know what? I don't know if a note would be apropos for where we are. I think that whatever your mental state is as a person or as a country, it manifests itself in what you can see physically. If somebody's losing their mind mentally, you go to their house, they're hoarding, something's wrong. You can tell something's wrong with Tory. Look at our country now. We have barbed wire around where our new president-elect is coming in. We have flags instead of people. Nothing is the same, Lindsay. So I wouldn't want that note. I understand where you're coming from. I understand that we want tradition, but maybe that tradition has been hiding something deeper, and maybe the fact that we're looking at flags instead of people, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that'll force us to confront what's going on rather than just, oh, she left a note, everything's normal. It's not.
I agree with you, but the note still being personal to president, saying what they felt at that desk, I think is regardless of political party.
I think no note is telling him what he feels.
Well, there you go. Now, I do want to ask you something. We did hear that one of my favorite, I don't know if you've been to the Christmas party here at DBL. I always do, a Garth Brooks karaoke. I don't know if you've seen. Anywho, he will be performing at the inauguration, and he said, look, this is all about me. I like coming together. He's a Republican. What do y'all think about the Garth? People are kind of, there's some tension there.
Listen, I appreciate Garth Brooks. I remember Chrisette Michele performed at President Trump's inauguration, and a lot of people felt annoyed by that because of how close she has ties to R&B music and the black culture. And I think as a performer, to get asked to perform at the inauguration is like a huge career deal. And so you have to decide, you know, am I going to let this political party stand over my choice in my career, or am I going to move forward and try to unify people with my music, which is the whole point of music.
Right, right. But it's kind of like that he could lose a ton of fans on this, right? Like that's a big. He doesn't need to.
okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's all right.
He's like legend category already. He's good.
He's got friends in low and high places.
Let's switch to Chris Gaines.
I also want to give you a highlight
I don't
on
give me props as a black man for knowing.
I do want to give you,
ego.
if you guys don't know, Chris Gaines is the alter ego, very strange alter ego of Garth Brooks. He wears like an emo haircut. It didn't work at all. It was weird. I do want to also let you know that this guy will be at the inauguration parade. His is the ocean spray guy.
Really?
Can I just be honest? Brilliant idea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what they said they wrote him? His name is Nathan. I want to get the correct hearing in my ear if I could. But they said, you brought the year up and we want to show some spirit. Apodaca, I wanted to get that correct. And they said, please join us. So he will be part of the virtual parade. I think that's a great idea.
Anybody know his nickname?
Yeah, Dogface.
Dogface.
Of course.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
How could you forget Dogface?
Dogface.
Hey, do I get props for knowing that?
Yes, you do.
I think it's a good idea to bring people that brought joy this year. I mean, it's such a crazy year. Anybody who brought any joy should be invited to the inauguration.
I 100% agree. When I heard this, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm okay with ocean spray guy.
Best thing that could ever happen
Literally.
to cranberry juice.
Oh,
Right,
man.
yeah, their sales had to be crazy.
Ocean spray, take this guy on. Even Stevie Nicks
Where's
did
Ruby
it.
Red and Grapefruit?
Oh,
They're like, we need somebody to do something. Somebody on a hang glider.
Ruby Red, what a delicious drink. Anyway, before the president leaves office, he is expected to issue. Let's all get to what we were talking about. A lot of you already on the this YouTube chat here. The pardons. Let's just get to it. He is expected to issue about 100 or more, and I think it might happen today as we're taping our show today. We're still waiting. We do have some names that are expected to make the cut. First up, rapper Lil Wayne is reportedly on a list. A pardon would get him off the hook in his federal gun case. The two have met before to discuss criminal justice reform. Snoop Dogg is lobbying the president to pardon Death Row Records co-founder Michael Harry O'Harris. The president is also expected to issue pardons for several white-collar criminals. Meantime, Tiger King's Joe Exotic, I can't believe I'm saying this, is hoping his name is on the pardon list. His team is so confident they reportedly have a limo and a makeup and wardrobe team on standby. Guy to murder for hit. This is that guy. Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, is actually not on the list, so don't expect him to get pardoned. Also not on the list is a self-pardon for the president himself or his children. They're not expected to be named either. But I have an inside scoop.
What's that?
You can have a secret pardon. And you don't ever know about that pardon until the person is charged with a federal crime.
You don't have to announce it to anyone.
There is nothing that states a president has to state it out loud publicly. And may I just say, and I want to get your opinion, he will 1,000% pardon himself. There's not a chance I will put all the money.
Wow.
And I have not all the money, but what do you think?
I mean, that's some genius guidance to find out. But, you know, I want to go back to Lil Wayne because I know Erica Cobb, our other co-host, and I were talking about how he randomly threw his support behind President Trump, like in the fourth quarter of the election campaign. And we were kind of like,
oh, now we know why.
Yeah, but now you kind of have some context about why, because if he pardons him, that was a deal that was made. Like, push your support behind me, we're going to pardon you. So
a lot of people are saying there were some deals made. And to be honest, pardons can be a little sketchy. Like Bill Clinton, you know, pardoned his brother. People have pardoned their families before, but Al, will he pardon his family and himself?
I'm sure he'll do whatever he needs to do to make sure that his family's protected. But, you know, it's just so interesting, like people run on law and order. Like we know what that's code for, but in the illusion of, you know, we'll lie and say that we really think that it's really law and order. But then as soon as somebody that they like is doing something to kind of bend the rules, we don't really hear that as much. We don't hear that when his taxes come out. They're like, hey, he knows the system. Hey, law and order, it's okay. It's just interesting that everybody is okay with these weird rules that no one knows about. It's like when you work at a restaurant and there's like the hot bartender that gets different rules. They don't have to work on Friday. And you're like, how did you get
you know
Christmas
why?
off?
Because it was Kevin.
Yep, it's the hot bartender.
Kevin.
But I think it's interesting when you get into like fight or flight when it comes down to your family. Like a lot of people change the rules for their family, period.
Amen.
Like, I'll do anything for my family. So I don't know. I might consider it if it was my family.
I would do it too.
A lot of people would, and I think that keeping it secret and not letting people know until they're charged is a move he might make. So let us know what you guys think. It's all about the viewers coming up on DBL.
And the Benjamins.
And the hot dogs. Our medical pro, Dr. Payal Kohli, is helping us understand Joe Biden's vaccination plan. For his first 100 days in office, he wants 100 million arms to be shot up within the first 100 days. And later, singer Jennifer Nettles is telling us all about her new competition show, Go Big Show, where supersized talent is king. These are crazy. These are crazy. Welcome back to DBL. On the eve of Joe Biden's inauguration, we know he intends an ambitious plan to vaccinate 100 million people in his first 100 days as president. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us live. It is so good to see you, doctor. I heard you have you've been vaccinated, am I right?
I have been, Tori, both doses. Yay! That second dose kicked my butt, though.
She's got that. She's got that. I got vax swag, though. Look at her. She's like, "What's up? How you doing? You guys all right?
You got vaccinated or not? What?
If you need me, I'll be at the phone."
Oh man! All right. So I do want to know. I like ambitious plans. FDR had the New Deal. JFK said we're going to the moon before the decade is over. It worked. What do you think of this ambitious 100 million arms in 100 days? Is it doable?
You know, it's ambitious, but it's totally doable. So if you think about our rollout so far, in the last month or so, we've put out about 31 million vaccines, and we administered about 12.3 million of those, so only 41%. So to get to 100 million in 100 days, we have to increase the rate of vaccination by about 2.5%, which I think now that we've learned some valuable lessons is 100% doable.
That's not bad.
I think we can pull it off.
Wow.
All right, and Dr. Kohli, we'll go off script for a second because this is a personal question. I'm worried that my arms are so muscular they will not be able to vaccinate me. Is that something that you can answer? No, I'm just kidding. Do not answer that. Okay. From what lessons can we learn? What lessons have we learned from the way that we've rolled the vaccine out so far? It doesn't seem like it's been great.
Yeah, Al. So first of all, there were some muscular people, even more muscular than you, believe it or not, in the clinical trials, and they were fine with the vaccine.
Can you believe that?
I think you'll be good. But in terms of lessons, I think this is really important because we've gone from vaccination 1.0 to vaccination 2.0. We're expanding from phase 1, so more and more people are going to become eligible. So there are some important lessons. The first is manufacturing, which we're so worried about, doesn't seem to be the problem. You know, we have enough doses, we just don't have ways to administer them. The second is people are really confused about how to sign up. So we need some kind of a national dashboard, you know, with transparency, who has how many doses, where are you on the wait list, you know, so that people can sign up in one centralized place rather than go to this website, call Safeway, call King Soopers, see who can get you in. The third is that we actually need smaller community sites rather than these large-scale vaccination sites like Disneyland, for example, because the vaccination sites that are big, difficult to plan, they're difficult to have access to because you're waiting in line for hours, and of course the exposure risk is much higher. And then finally, we've learned we need to leverage people like dentists, veterinarians, talk show hosts that pretend to be doctors to try to administer the vaccine as well.
That's so. Dr. Kohli, do you think we should have done anything differently?
You know, Lindsay, that's a difficult question, but my answer is, you know, I do think we should have, and we should have kept it simple. We made it too complicated. We did the phase rollout, you know, we did a different priority groups. Every state has a different phase. Every state gets to decide how they're allocating, and I think it's just created a lot of confusion. So I think if we had a national plan, everybody stuck with it, and we rolled it out in a more homogeneous or uniform fashion, things would have been better. But I'm curious, what do you guys think from your perspective as the community members?
Well, I was just going to say the virus rages on 24/7, and we seem to be vaccinating 9 to 5. And I think there's a discrepancy there that needs to be made. I was expecting more drive-through vaccines, shots, a national database. So everyone's confused on who gets it, why, different states. So I'd like it all to be centralized. Real quick, I wanted to let people know you had your second shot and had a headache, and some people were asking about that. Could you just give us a quick rundown of what happened and what to expect?
Yeah, so I had my second shot Friday morning at 8 a.m. and by about 6 p.m. I was lying on the couch, temperature to 101.5, all my joints hurt, I had the world's worst headache, and the symptoms actually lasted well into Sunday. So they lasted, you know, almost 36 hours. But then by Sunday, and of course, you know, Monday, I was 100% back to normal. So it felt like I got a really bad case of the flu for a day. This was my second dose, so the symptoms were more pronounced. But I really took solace in the fact that it was really meaning that my body's mounting that immune response.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Thank you so much for that info. So don't be frightened, guys. Thank you so much, Doc. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. You know Jennifer Nettles is one half of Sugarland, but the country music star is so much more. She acts, she does Broadway, and now she's a celebrity judge for a brand new talent show. She told me about her newest gig earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars. Joining us is the super talented Jennifer Nettles. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Daily Blast Live. I'm super excited to talk about Go Big Show, but as a fan, I know you're outspoken about some current issues, and I just wanted to check in and see how you're holding up in this crazy week.
Yeah, it is a crazy week, isn't it? I mean, I think everybody during this pandemic, our lives have gotten smaller in some ways and super challenged in others. And to be able to watch everything as it unfolds, in many ways, it hurts your heart, you know, to see what has been happening in this country. I hope that we can, you know, get a vaccine rollout that is efficient and effective so that we can all get back to doing the things that we love and focusing on positive things like Go Big Show, for example. And, you know, and make the changes we need to make in the meantime.
Amen to that. All right, I love, first off, your new song with Bon Jovi, also about getting through the pandemic. 15 years ago, when you two first got together, you were just an up-and-coming star. What was it like this time around with Bon Jovi?
I think second time twice as sweet. You know, he reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to join me on this song? And I heard the song and thought that it was perfect and so appropriate for where we are right now in the world, really, you know, with the message being when you can't do what you normally do, everybody needs to do what they can to help each other. And so I loved the message of the song, and obviously we have a wonderful history of success together, so I was thrilled to be able to be a part of it with him.
So, living on a prayer. All right, Jennifer, tell me about the Go Big Show, all about it, and tell me about Snoop Dogg as a judge. I just want your inner take on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, first of all, the show itself is super exciting, really fresh and interesting. We have a ton of talent shows out there now that are really performing arts space that are great, but they're singing and dancing. This show is everything except that, and to the extreme on steroids.
How do you go bigger than that?
Am I next? It is something that I have never been able to see in one place before, and was thrilled to be able to have not only a front row seat, but sometimes participate as a judge. And then judges, yes, the whole panel. Is really fantastic and such a fun and diverse group of people, starting with Snoop.
You got all of my attention now.
Rosario Dawson, Cody Rhodes, and then Burt Kreischer as the host. So I've described the panel sort of like this. It's like, if you remember the movie Breakfast Club, it's like everybody is super diverse personalities, right? But you totally go to Saturday Detention with these folks and have a blast.
You know, if Snoop Dogg was in Saturday Detention, it would be an amazing time. I totally agree. Well, since the world's gotten smaller, I can't wait to watch Go Big Show. Jennifer Nettles, it has been such a pleasure. Please check out Go Big Show, airing Thursdays on TBS. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. Getting older brings more health concerns when taking a trip, and that's why we're going to chat about it on today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. Here's how to make sure your 2021 travel plans go smoothly. First, make sure you have a clean, clear bill of health from your doctor. Second, be cautious of your needs from your tour operator or cruise line. And third, consider your nutrition and rest during the trip. And of course, you can't ignore the coronavirus pandemic. Get tested before travel and be aware of COVID restrictions at your destination. Look at that woman, I love that. When it comes to traveling for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619. I cannot wait to have a salt water in my nose. You know what I mean?
It's coming.
You know what I mean?
We'll be able to fly and do other things soon. So
Listen,
hold safe.
everything is going to end. We're going to have vaccine and be happy.
Yes.
And
The best. Thanks. I
Good
love these
energy.
guys. DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.